Well, good morning. It's morning at NTV. You're with me, Flavia, and this is our Take Notes segment. And we're talking about savings and retirement today. But for this segment, I thought I like money, and every one of us likes money. But how do you get to how much you're making to save it and still live a good life? And I thought, let me bring my friend who, to be honest, I think she has the most side hustles in the country. Karo Kisuchi, although we know you as DJ Karo. Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning,
Flavia. That coffee should wake you up.
Definitely. I'm awake.
You're awake. So we're at the Explorer, so let's get right into it. Before we get into all the 100 hustles that you have, you're a DJ, but you did not actually study this. You went to school for something completely different. Yes. What did you study for?
I studied business IT, which is more like the marketing side of IT, the business side of IT.
Yes. Was that a choice?
Yes, it was. I loved IT. I still love IT. But I wanted to see how I can use IT to make money.
Oh, okay.
So hence the business part of IT.
Okay, so you don't understand the technical side of it?
No, I'm more into the business side of it. Well, I mean, I had to learn the technical side of it too as one of the modules, but the focus was more on the business side of it, the marketing side of IT.
So then DJing is a hobby.
DJing it's not something I ever thought I would actually take on.
Okay.
Completely. Like I've always had a passion for music, so it's just something that, it was like a joke. I was just sharing music with fellow DJs and asking them, have you heard these songs? And they said, you have a good taste of music. We wish you could learn how to DJ.
Oh, okay.
Because the challenge is the DJs out there who will know the technique of DJing, but how to keep people on the dance floor is
something else.
Yes. So, I mean, that's really how I ended up doing it, but it wasn't, in the start, it wasn't
So
really
did you actually get out of university, first practice what you studied for, then DJing? Yes,
DJing came a bit later because after university or during university, I was interning at MTN.
Okay.
So I was in the marketing department.
Ah, okay.
So my holidays would be back here. I studied in Malaysia, but my holidays were back here and working with MTN in the marketing department. So it helped that I was putting into practice what I was learning at uni. Yeah. So when I got done with uni, it was easy for me to get a job because I had been working with MTN. So yes, MTN being the first job, and then an events company called Dash Events. Okay. That was the second job. So I was still doing marketing, either way, marketing events and all this. So how the DJ thing came in is, I guess, the fact that the office was shared a wall with Zone 7, and I kept hearing
like music.
Yes. That's how I got to interact with the DJs, and before I knew it, they were teaching me how to DJ. Okay. Yeah.
So when you start to DJing, first of all, there are very few females who are DJing in the country. Two, the DJing industry is not really looked at as a respectable industry. Nowadays, I guess someone can say they're a DJ and someone's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But then when you're growing up in Uganda, they're asking you, what else? What else do you do?
Is that all you do?
Is that all you do?
Yeah.
So do you still regard it as a side hustle, or it's now like a real hustle? It's your first line of job?
No, it's not my first line of job. And I will make that clear because so many people get that wrong. They think it's the only thing I do, but no. It's a side hustle. Like I said, it wasn't meant to even be a business. Yeah. It was meant to be a hobby and something I love to do, something I'm passionate about. So yeah, to answer you, it's really a side...
It's a side hustle.
A side hustle, yeah. Because most of the DJs, it's like their main thing, really. Most of them, not all. But because of my core business, I can't DJ every other day and be in a club till morning every other day because of the other things I have to do.
So we're talking about a side hustle, and let's just maybe break it down. What Karo, how many things Karo does for us to get to understand that she has enough side hustles. So you're a DJ. What else?
I'm a DJ. I'm a CEO of a t-shirt apparel company called Think Inc.
There you go.
Then I'm a CEO of a digital agency that does digital marketing and design called M-Idea. Then I'm a team manager for a ladies basketball club called A1 Challenge. Yeah.
So that's 4 or 5 things, really. And I'm thinking these don't happen at the same time in the same day. When you're starting a side First of all, your side hustles don't sound like you started them saying, let me go for a side hustle.
True.
They all sort of sound like they happened to you.
Yes.
So how do you then decide to keep each of them as they come in? Because I think the problem with side hustles is someone is thinking, if I'm doing this job 8 to 5 and I have a passion for knitting and I can do that on a Saturday afternoon, how many Saturday afternoons am I able to dedicate to it? So do you find an issue as you added on each hustle that it became maybe harder to maintain them?
Yeah, the thing about having multiple or being a serial entrepreneur is one thing you have to do is know how to strike a balance.
Yeah.
And that comes with time management, that comes with patience, that comes with a lot of stuff. So it's not possible for one person to be able to do 4 to 5 hustles without help.
Yes.
So you need a team.
Okay.
And of course, it comes slowly. It's not something, you may not afford to have a team in the start. I started, the first business I did was the digital agency. Yeah. And I started it alone.
Okay.
With no team, just me, my laptop and my modem.
And that was the entire company.
And that was the company, that was MIDA.
Yeah.
But I think I had goals, I had targets, and I kept giving myself a timeline, like in the next 2 years at least, I should have a team. Having a team and having people you trust who you're going to train helps you then start something else and focus on it because you know everything is happening okay on the other side.
Yeah.
So being able to balance is very important, but the team is also key.
Definitely. So you're starting a side hustle, you need a team. So let's talk about finances, because I think the main problem is that starting a side hustle, you need money. Whatever it is you're going to start, you need money. And that might stop a young person thinking, oh, I'm already stretching my paycheck as it is. So if I want to invest in my side hustle, that might be a problem. So how do you eventually get to that point where you invest in yourself?
Now, I'll talk about my personal experience. How I started the first business was because of saving from the previous employment I had. Like I said, I worked with MT and then moved to an events company. But I did tell myself I wouldn't work for someone for more than 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
But in that time, I was saving.
Were you saving for that goal, or you were just saving
No,
for a rainy day?
I was saving for that goal because
Okay.
that's really what I wanted. My dream then was to run my own business and be my own boss and stuff. So I said, I mean, I'm not just going to sit there and think it will happen. So I had to save for my previous businesses. And I mean, so many young people out there think you have to have 1 billion shillings to start a company. But no, anything small can start you up. Like I said, I started with just those mini laptops and a modem sitting at home. And now I employ 8 people and we have an office and all that. But it's baby steps.
I'm surprised because most people would say, oh, if you want to start a business, go get funding. Find money somehow, get a loan. And for you said, no, save from where you are to get to eventually what your business is. So you've talked about the key being time. You must figure out how to have, you must have a team.
True.
How do you turn a passion into profits? That's one of the hardest things to, because your passion is casual for you.
Yeah.
You find you won't give it as much dedication as you would something that you have to do and make money from. Are there key elements you find you've used to help you, put your passion into profits?
I think, I believe if you're passionate about something, it's going to be that motivation. The what makes you wake up every day, this is my passion and I want to make profits out of it. You're going to be psyched up to get up every morning. It's different from, you're in this situation where you badly need a job and you don't care whatever job you get.
Yes.
So you're really not passionate about what you're doing. You're just doing it for the money, but at the end of the day, after going through all the motions and stuff, it's boring. You're not enjoying yourself. So you actually stay on that level. But if it's something you're passionate about, you're going to be more enthusiastic. You want to read more about it because it's yours. It's your passion. You want to improve on it. You want to earn from it. And I think if you put all these things together and actually work hard, the results just come out. I mean, people are calling you to do X and Y and Z. People think you're really good at what you do, so everyone wants to have you, and before you know it, you're earning from your passion.
All right, so later on we're actually giving a few minutes to Malash as someone special for us to talk to us. But before that, and also before we get into your CSR that you do, which is very important, let's just break it down for someone who's thinking, okay, I get that, I can actually do it, I can have a side hustle, I can supplement my income. What does it take for me to decide what my side hustle is? Because that's just another thing. Someone is thinking, I can't DJ, I can't do TV. I mean, what will my side hustle be? How do you get from deciding what it is, and also what are those tips to maintain to eventually get the side hustle running?
Okay, one, I think it's very important to do something you're passionate about. And I also think it's good to have your side hustle to have a bit of a connection with the first hustle that you did.
Oh, okay.
Because I'll give you an example, starting a digital agency first and then having an apparel line. I'm using what I learned from the digital agency, marketing, how to market products and services to also market my t-shirt apparel line. I'm using the same, what I learned from digital marketing to market the fact that I'm a DJ and I do corporate events. So people get to know, okay, we can't call her for some random night in the club, but if it wasn't for that, how would people get to know?
Yes.
So there's like a connection between all the hustles that I do. How are people going to know about the CSR? I use social media to create that awareness. So first, like I said, it's the passion. You do follow your passion and see how you can link both hustles to complement each other. In this, I mean, with the way the situation is lately and the economy, if one isn't really working out well, it can complement the other. Or you find there will be a season where the second hustle is performing better than the
real job, yes.
And it could help complement the first one. So yes, so I really think
passion, interlink, make sure they're somehow in the same line.
Yes. And being able to know what are your targets for both. Because there's also the issue of one overlapping the other. But you have to know how to strike that balance. What are the goals for this and what are the goals for that? And when do you intend, what's the timeline for them? So you're not focusing on one and leaving the other to die. So you have to keep striking that balance. Too.
Actually, you've now hit something, being productive, because some people find that because the side hustle sometimes is their passion, they'll give it more time.
Yeah.
You understand? They'll say, let me give more time what I like. And then you forget that there's that 8 to 5 or whatever job you had doing. So in terms of productivity, which do you choose? Is it equal time?
Well, if you are self-employed, it's easy to make it equal time.
Yes.
If you have an office job or a day job, I would be honest, it's not, it will never be 50-50.
Yes.
Because like you mentioned, you have either only the weekends to pull it off or after work
just
to
a
pull
few
it
hours
off.
in your day.
And again, you don't want to clash contracts and maybe you're doing something similar here and you get fired or something like that. So, but I think with the way things are moving these days, technology, everything is going digital. So I feel like you can use your lunch break.
So there's more time somehow.
You can
find
space time. You can find the time and coordinate things on phone. I mean, these days everyone sells everything on social media. Be it a phone, be it, oh, I'm moving homes, I have chairs for sale, and that takes a minute.
Okay, definitely. So as we wind up, you have some CSR work you're doing. Just briefly talk to us about that so we can follow you up.
Okay, like I said, I am a team manager for a ladies basketball club, and we don't just play, the team just doesn't play in the National League. What makes us stand out is we empower the girl child using sports, using basketball as a vehicle. So what do is we go out to schools and talk to them about life skills. We break it down into life skills, mentorship, entrepreneurship, and then finally basketball. Fantastic. We teach them the sport of basketball. I'm actually
coupled with life skills.
Yes. So we just break down the sessions. So I'm actually a product of that program.
Oh, nice.
Outreach program. Yes, I was in Cambodia and I was told the ladies team is coming to speak to you, and I was like, oh, those boring lectures, but it has inspired, and they scouted me to join the team. So I'm continuing with their mission to empower the culture.
Fantastic. That's DJ Karo.